Hello and welcome back to Racers Now. The jump season is officially underway and people are already looking forward to the Cheltenham Festival, which is never far from the minds of a jump racing fan. In this video, we're going to look at the 2024 Champion Hurdle. Yes, it may be 5 months away, and yes, there might already be an odds-on shot and everyone knows who the winner is going to be, but there's still plenty to talk about, and someone has got to finish second and third behind that horse they call Constitution Hill. On the screen there, you'll see he's already 1-2. He's officially the best jumps horse or hurdles horse in training and could be, they say, one of the best ever. Connections apparently spent months pondering what to do during the summer months with Constitution Hill. Is it going to be hurdles, staying over hurdles, or is it going to be going over fences with a view to potentially winning the Gold Cup somewhere down the line? But in reality, hurdles being the outcome never went over 1.2 on in my head anyway. It was always long odds on to be staying over hurdles. He's been absolutely electric over hurdles, unbeaten, and already with one champion hurdle under his CV. He's going to be notching up at least one or two more, you'd imagine. Constitution Hill is a fantastic hurdler, quite possibly the best since Isterbrack. That's the top and bottom of it. Unbeaten in 7 starts over hurdles. A pretty breathtaking winner of the 2023 Champion Hurdle by 9 lengths. I mean, Stateman was a distant second that day, and Stateman is a horse that had won that season a Morgiana Hurdle, a Christmas Hurdle, the Irish Champion Hurdle. After Cheltenham getting beat by Constitution Hill, went on to win the Punchestown Champion Hurdle. Very clearly the second best hurdler over 2 miles and 2.5 miles ish in training, and Constitution Hill basically laughed at him. Stateman quite literally couldn't get near him. Constitution Hill was out the front in that race in the 2023 Champion Hurdle for quite a long time. Come round the bend, Stateman was off the bridle. Nico de Boinville on Constitution Hill tapped the button a couple of times. He went clear and basically won on the bridle. I mean, he could have won by a lot more than 9 lengths. That's how good Constitution Hill is. 9 lengths better than his closest rival, pretty much on the bridle. So he stays hurdling. It'll be the Fighting Fifth at Newcastle, the Christmas Hurdle at Kempton, then off to defend his title next March. All of them, it'll be long odds on, and all of them he'll probably well go and win. They'll talk about going to Punchestown like they did last year, but they'll forget to buy a ticket for the ferry and they'll end up at Aintree instead. That's what happened last year. It'll probably happen again. All pretty predictable, but the one saving grace about this, I would normally come on here and poo-poo campaigning like this, long odds on, wins easy every time. Why not do something a bit more exciting? But at least he wins in an exciting manner. He wins by a long way. He's not just an odds-on favourite that wins by 1 or 2 lengths. Constitution Hill wins by a long, long way, as we saw last season. And if that continues to happen, then, we're just going to have to enjoy it as it is. That pattern of races, as I've just mentioned, could happen for the next 3 or 4 years. He's only 6 as we speak now. He'll be 7 for the 2024 Cheltenham Festival. Buckle in. You're going to be seeing a lot of people talking about Constitution Hill, and he deserves it. He is the best. Impere Pass is in there at 13-2 currently in the anti-post market. A Cheltenham Festival winner already in his own right. That was in novice company last year, over 2.5 miles. I think this Impere Pass may want further in time, and now he's into open company. Are they going to elect to go over a further trip? I'm going to be looking at other races at the Cheltenham Festival on the channel, and I think Impere Pass might end up in one of those, and not necessarily this one. Although he's obviously exciting in his own right, this Impere Pass, there's no doubt about that. Marine National is in there also. He won the Supreme Novices at the Cheltenham Festival last year. He's 25-1, as low as 8, as you can see on screen there. It's a little bit short, that 8, to be fair. But yeah, 25-1 best price. But he is fav for the Arkle over the bigger obstacles as we speak. He looks to be going novice chasing this Marine National. Vauban will probably have won the Melbourne Cup by the time you watch this. So I have no idea where he may or may not end up next season. Will he stay over the flat and be turned into a cup horse? Will he go between the jumps and the flat racing? No one knows. But I mean, once you've won it or gone off favourite and possibly won a Melbourne Cup, there's only it would be certainly on the cards for him to stay over the flat and no obstacles. But we don't know what's going to happen with him there. I would say at this time, Vauban, who is in there at 25-1, currently anti-post for the 2024 Champion Hurdle, I think he's more likely to run in an Ascot Gold Cup at Royal Ascot next June than he is to be running in a Champion Hurdle next March. He could well do both. That would be pretty exciting, wouldn't it? And we've got to mention, we haven't even yet mentioned, a British challenger away from the favourite. There's no other British horse on there other than the favourite. I mean, is there any out there? Is there any hurdlers out there that can run over 2 miles and even run against Constitution Hill? Never mind be a threat to him. I mean, this Constitution Hill, you can imagine him. I mean, there's not many Irish horses often go to the Fighting Fifth at Newcastle in November. You can imagine him turning up there. There only being, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 runners, and him being 1 to 10. I mean, not great for the sport really on the face of it, but like I say, he is going to be odds on for most races, nearly all of them, and he's probably going to win all of them. So yeah, British contenders, please step forward for the Champion Hurdle if there is any out there. I think the smartest bet at this stage, and it is windy and it is safety first, but it's true, is State Man each way. You can get 8 to 1 there each way. A quarter free places, a fifth free places on the day. There might be only 6 or 7 running, or 5 or 6 or 7 running in next year's Champion Hurdle, as Constitution Hill is likely to put some off. I actually think he might put Impere Pass off running in this race, but that's maybe for another day to talk about. So yeah, State Man could make me look like a smart man by just backing him each way. He is very, very likely to run in the race or be targeted at it. You're probably doing away with the win part, don't get me wrong, and it's not my usual way of going, but 8 to 1 each way, 3 places. He'll turn up, it could be a small field. He'll place, you'll make a small profit, and if something does happen to Constitution Hill and for whatever reason he doesn't turn up, suddenly you'll be sitting on a good bet because State Man has already proven to be the second best hurdler in training in Britain or Ireland. Impere Pass may or may not run. He's from the same stable as Willie Mullins. Marine National looks like he's going over fences. God knows what's going to happen to Vauban, and Lossiemouth hasn't yet proven to be quite up to this level anyway. So yeah, pretty windy, but the market suggests that that's where you got to go at the moment. There isn't many other horses to look at away from Constitution Hill currently in the Champion Hurdle 2024 makeup. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.